Welcome everyone. Today our topic is about having fun and why, especially as adults, it's really important to have fun in our lives. So before we introduce that, or before I introduce that topic, let's begin by just having a very short meditation where we just ground ourselves and arrive here, and followed by a quick discussion, and then we'll move on to our longer practice, our longer meditation practice. So you could be seated or you can be lying down for this practice, whatever is comfortable. And if you are seated, just seeing if you can bring a lovely straight spine to your back. So you may be just leaning forward just slightly, your feet on the ground uncrossed, hands gently resting in your lap, or if you're lying down, just making sure that your hands are by your side and that you're nice and comfortable. The main thing is just making yourself comfortable, because then we get distracted with our body and discomfort. So you can close your eyes or lower your gaze, whatever's comfortable. And let's begin by taking 3 very big conscious breaths. So seeing if you can breathe from the abdomen, and as you breathe in, breathing in through the nostrils, and on the exhale, breathing out through the mouth, and making sure on the inhale that you really, really engage the stomach and then the chest breath. And then on the out breath, you're bringing a sense of relaxation. So let's begin. So breathing in from the abdomen, up to the chest, breathing in a little bit more, and out through the mouth, just imagining that you're beginning to relax. So breathing in from the abdomen, breathing in through the nostrils, and then breathing up into the chest. Little bit more, and then letting go as you breathe out and relax through the mouth, breathing out through the mouth and bringing a sense of relaxation. And then once more, big inhale from the belly, rib cage into the chest, and a little bit more. And then breathing out through the mouth. And then turning now your attention just to wherever the breath settles in the body. So that is always the safe harbor that you can come home to again and again. So becoming present to wherever the breath settles in the body, so you begin to notice the breath. So as we begin our practice, quite often we're disturbed by our thoughts, what's present on our mind. So let's go there and do a little audit of what's present on the mind. What thoughts are present? So noticing when you turn your attention towards your thoughts, they often disappear. So just taking a little bit of time just to be open and curious. What is present on the mind? Not judging whatever you're thinking. Noticing some thoughts feel quite sticky and quite intense. Maybe your thoughts are fleeting, they come in and they come out again quite quickly, flying around from one thought to the next. So what's present on your mind? Maybe it's the busyness of your day, things you've got to do, something that's happened, maybe something that's happened in your personal life or at work. And now letting your thoughts fade into the background and bringing your attention to how you're feeling in this moment. So bringing a sense of honesty into how you might be feeling. No judgments here, and often there is a direct relationship between what's present in the mind and how you're feeling, and vice versa. We don't often ask how we're feeling in each moment. So actually, this is a really nice practice just to turn our attention inwards and to ask the question, how do I really feel? And now moving from how you're feeling and dropping your awareness into the body. And taking a little audit around the body and just stopping any place in the body where you experience a sensation and taking your breath there. So it doesn't have to be a strong sensation. It could be the sensation of coolness. So exploring that with your breath, not needing to change it, just having an open curiosity. Noticing if the mind gets distracted from sensations in the body. And if this happens, just bringing your attention back to the body and noticing the sensation. Becoming present to any sensation, strong or not so strong, in the body. Moving around to another sensation, just exploring every part of the body from the top of the head to the bottom of the feet. Perhaps noticing the tingling in the crown of the head. Coolness as you breathe in on the nostrils. Warmth of the air of the nostrils as you breathe out. Maybe experiencing a bit of discomfort somewhere in the body. And of course, there's always the sensation of breath in the body. So even if you can't acknowledge any sensations, there's always the sensation of breath. So seeing if you can explore this in the body. And now letting sensations fade into the background and bringing awareness to the jawline and to the jaw. Noticing if there's any tension here. And just imagining that the jaw begins to soften. And as you breathe out, imagining that you're breathing down through the body and sending your energy down towards your feet and into the earth. So the jaw relaxes, we're imagining that the jaw relaxes, and we're imagining that the exhale of the breath, we're sending our energy down through the body and into the soles of our feet and into the earth beneath us. So every exhale, we're sending our energy down through the body, through the soles of the feet and into the earth. So this is a lovely way to be more anchored and present in the body and more grounded. And rather than our energy being so centered in the head and busy, we're sort of shooting the energy, sending the energy down towards our feet and into the earth, and feeling that rebalancing, if you like, of the body. Now just letting the breath settle wherever it wants to settle in the body. So resting your attention on the breath as you breathe naturally. You don't need to change the breath or make the breath happen a certain way, just allowing the breath to be as it is in this moment. Breathing in, breathing out, seeing if you can stay with an entire inhale and an entire exhale. And if the mind wanders, which it's going to do, always noticing where the mind has gone to, and then just bringing your attention back to resting on the breath once more. As you rest your attention on the breath, just noticing the quality of the breath. How is the breath for you in this moment? Is the exhale shorter than the exhale? Is the inhale shorter than the exhale? Or is the exhale longer than the inhale? Does the breath feel tight or restricted? Do you feel that you're forcing the breath, hard to get the breath? And then just coming back to resting your attention on the breath once more as you take another inhale. Breathing in. Breathing out. And as we come to close out this practice, moving your attention from the breath down to the soles of your feet. And if you're lying down, bringing your attention to the heels of your feet. Now moving your awareness to the entire length of the spine from the coccyx to the vertebrae. Now moving your attention around to the forehead. And now down to your hands resting on your lap or resting beside you or on a cushion. And gently in your own time releasing this practice and opening your eyes. So today's subject, as I said, is about having fun. And it's something that we discussed in one of my workshops, the 12-week Dream Life program. And it became obvious in this one session that everyone decided that they needed more fun in their life. And that actually having an intention of fun was really important to the people on this course. And so when you look at fun, it's like, okay, well, what is fun? You know, is it something I do? And yes, it is, but it's also an attitude, a state of mind, how you go into something, you know, whether you can look for the joy in something. So it's as much, I think, doing something as it is, as the attitude that you bring to it, your state of mind, your state of play. And there's been many scientific research, some studies done around the benefits of fun. And when we get to adults, things become a bit more serious. You know, when we have responsibilities, we have families, we have mortgages, we have really big jobs, life becomes very busy, and it's quite easy to stop having fun. And yet the benefits of having fun are just enormous. And some of the research that's been done around fun once you look at the research, you go, well, actually, I need to bring that sense of play and fun back into my life, because when you look up the meaning of what is fun, play is a verb to associate with fun and having play. And we look at children and they play a lot and they have fun. So doing some of the things that really bring us joy and a sense of play is really important. So the research that's come out from, you know, the benefits of having fun is that it improves your relationships at home and at work. And it makes sense, because if you're having fun with a colleague, you're more approachable and more friendly. And certainly if you have fun doing your job, you know, our job doesn't have to be so serious all the time. You know, customer service can go up, the way you approach clients, the way you are in meetings, your colleagues. And it reminds me of a time at this incredible restaurant in the Isle of Wight that I went to, and I've never seen such happy, fun staff. And I called the manager over and I said, you know, why are your staff so happy? You know, they look like they're having fun. The service has been outstanding. And he said, well, we have fun. We've got good music. This is a really beautiful place to work with, but we really build on our sense of team spirit and connection. And it's a fun place to work, and we make it fun. So this morning, we were all drinking cocktails because we just launched a new cocktail. And another meditation, when we started, I led a group, and we were doing an Omming practice, and one of the ladies started laughing, and I started laughing, and then we all started laughing, and we were laughing so hard that we were crying. And actually that was even better than doing the meditation practice, because laughter releases and it rebalances your hormones. Who knew? I mean, it's the opposite of stress, isn't it? So when we're stressed, our cortisol rises, but when we're having fun, it helps to bring a sense of balance to our hormones. It has an impact on our endocrine system. So what's not to like about having fun? It makes you more productive, more creative, and that all makes sense, doesn't it? Because it's like you're giving your brain a rest. You're filling your cup up with something that brings you joy, that sense of play again. So of course it's going to better every aspect of your life. And apparently it makes you more youthful. So what's not to like about that? But actually having fun, it just makes you feel really good, and people love to be around others with that sense of fun about them and that sense of play. And having fun raises your vibration. It just makes you feel good. So maybe look at your own life, and it could be an invitation for you to have more play, more fun. Go and do something that is really fun. Go and be silly. Whatever it is, you know, set an intention, even in the morning, one day, to have fun, and just see what arises for you. Fun is not to be understated, because especially in the last few years, it's been really tough for us. And we need to engage that sense of play a bit more and have some more fun. So let's begin another practice. We've got 15 minutes for this practice. So we'll just close our eyes or lower our gaze, and making sure that you're nice and warm and comfortable. Still winter in the UK, so still a little bit chilly. So it's always good just to treat this time as a really nourishing time. So you're not distracted by anything if you can. So closing your eyes or lowering your gaze, whatever's comfortable. And anytime you need to move through throughout a meditation practice, just seeing if you can bring a mindful movement. So actually right now, why don't we just do a little bit of mindful movement? So just moving the shoulders. So moving them up and around, back the other way. Maybe just the neck side to side. And if that's a little bit hard, if you're lying down, just picking up a foot and moving your ankle round one way, then the other. Picking up the other foot. Moving the ankle in circles. And just notice, even as I'm doing this now, that there's a propensity to sort of go fast. So seeing if we can all slow this down. And maybe picking up your hands and just doing some gentle curls with the hand and the wrists. And just any other part of the body if you need to twist. Because the body loves to move, it's designed to move. So resting back now in that sense of stillness. And turning your attention towards the breath in the body, that safe harbor again. Breathing in. Seeing if you can stay with a full inhale. So you breathe in. And just bring a gentle pause before you breathe out. And after the exhale, bringing in a gentle pause before you commence the inhale. And that's really helpful to stay with the breath for its entire duration, because the mind is always really busy and is thinking. So even if you can just stay with one inhale before the mind wanders, that's great. So as you breathe out, imagining that you're letting everything go. And as you let everything go, you're letting your day go, letting the busyness of your mind go, letting how you feel go, letting sensations that are present in the body, letting those go. Imagining that every cell in the body begins to soften with that exhale. And as you let go, not only are you softening every cell, but seeing if you can soften every part of the body. So bringing a gentle softening to the forehead and the eyebrows. Bringing a softening to the jawline. Bringing a softening with the exhale to the shoulders and the neck. On the exhale, bringing a softening to the arms, the hands and the fingers. On the exhale, bringing a softening to the chest and the diaphragm. Bringing a softening on the exhale to the abdomen and the stomach. Now bringing a softening on the exhale to the entire back. So just imagining that the back on the exhale becomes softens. So on the exhale, bringing a softening to the hips and the pelvis, the buttocks. On the exhale, bringing a softening to the legs, the thighs, the lower legs, and down to the feet, the toes. So the entire body is now soft with the exhale. Having an awareness of the entire body as you sit or as you lie here. And just noticing where any part of the body doesn't feel soft or there's discomfort. And just taking your attention to that area of the body and taking your breath there. So breathing in and out through that area that doesn't feel particularly soft, or there's discomfort or some form of disease there. Maybe it's just simply tightness or restriction. And if there's no area of the body, just still holding the entire body in awareness. Every exhale brings a softening to the body. Now moving back to that safe harbor of the breath in the body. So resting your attention here, so you may still be present to the entire body breathing, the entire body, and sensing the breath throughout the entire body, as if the breath leaves and enters the entire body. But if the breath is just more noticeable in the abdomen or the chest or the diaphragm or even the nostrils, just taking your attention and resting your attention on the breath, sensing the breath rather than thinking about it. Anytime the mind wanders off the breath, just bringing your attention back once more to resting on the breath as you take another inhale. Noticing, and again, if any part of the body becomes tense or tight or restricted. So you're building awareness of the body, becoming more present to what's happening in the body. So just bringing that softness, perhaps it's the forehead. Once you take your awareness to the tightness in the forehead, allowing that to be soft, and then resting your attention on the breath once more. So building a sense of trust every time we exhale and bring that softness. Just like we do when we fall asleep, when we go to bed. There's a real sense of letting go, a sense of trust. And now I'm bringing to your mind's eye something that you could do, or perhaps it's even a state of mind, an attitude, where you can engage in fun. What might you do? How might you be? It could be picking up a hobby again, something you haven't done for a long time, and really committing to do it. So noticing how our busy lives take over from having fun. Maybe it's just simply catching up with a friend, somebody who makes you laugh. So setting an intention to engage in fun, at least in the next week, if not tomorrow. And as we come to close out this practice, extending that breath throughout the entire body and breathing in through the soles of your feet, and then breathing out through your torso, out through the crown of your head. Breathing in through the crown of your head, through the torso, and then out through the legs and through the soles of your feet. Breathing in through the soles of your feet, through the legs, and breathing out through the torso, through the crown of the head. Breathing in through the crown of the head, through the torso, then out through the legs and the soles of your feet. And gently, in your own time, releasing this practice and opening your eyes.